Hello students. Today we have got speaking, apologizing and explaining so that you can check information and apologize for doing something wrong. Think, have you or your friends ever done something wrong by mistake? Maybe have you ever sat in someone else's seat by mistake or made a noise when you needed to be quiet? Think about the situations and write your answer in the book. Now look at the photo here. Where is Sally and what is the problem? Let's read the dialogue to find out. Warden, excuse me, could I have a word with you? Yes, of course. Is there a problem? I'm afraid so. You realize that it's against the rules to bring dogs in here, don't you? Sorry about that, I didn't realize. Didn't you see the sign? No, I'm afraid not. I just didn't see it. Well, it's clearly signposted at the entrance. I'm sorry, it's the first time I've been here. I'm not in trouble, am I? Well, I'll let you off this time. Thanks. That's okay, but don't do it again. And please take your dog out of the park immediately. Okay, it won't happen again. Okay, so Sally is in the park with her dog, and it is against the rules to take dogs into this park. Exercise number 2. Remember, we can use question tags to check information, as well as asking questions. Find the question tags in exercise 1. Okay? So, you realize that it's against the rules to bring dogs in here, don't you? This is a question tag. I'm not in trouble, am I? This is also a question tag. Now, let's read some information about question tags. Okay? So, question tags are formed using either a modal verb, an auxiliary verb, or the verb to be plus subject pronoun. A negative tag is normally used with a positive statement and a positive tag with a negative statement. If the verb to be appears in the statement, it is repeated in the question tag. He isn't married, is he? Okay. I'm late, aren't I? If an auxiliary verb or a modal verb appears in the statement, it is repeated in the question tag. You've been to Italy before, haven't you? Okay, the auxiliary verb have in this case. Let's continue. If the verb in the statement is a full verb, an appropriate form of the auxiliary verb do is required in the question tag. You bought it last year, didn't you? So we have the auxiliary verb do here, but in the past. Okay, will you and can you are used with imperatives. Open the window. Will you or can you? Would you? Could you? But would you and could you are more formal. Okay? Will you is used after a negative imperative usually. Don't forget to write will you. If let's appears in the statement, the question tag shall we is used. For example, let's go home, shall we? If the statement contains negative words such as nothing or nobody, the question tag is positive. Nothing frightens you, does it? The pronoun they is used with nobody, no one, somebody, someone, and everybody, everyone. Okay? Then we have the use of question tags. We can use question tags to ask real questions if we are unsure if the statement is true or not. In this case, we say the question tag with rising intonation. I've met you before, haven't I? We can also use question tags when we expect someone to agree with the statement. In this case, we say the question tag with falling intonation. She can sing very well, can she? So, this was some information about question tags. Now let's go back into our book. Exercise number 3. Watch or listen to a second dialogue. What has Seth done wrong? Let's read the script here. A woman and Seth. Excuse me, could I have a word with you? Sure. I haven't done anything wrong, have I? I'm afraid so. You do know that this is private property, don't you? No, I didn't realize. And skateboarding isn't allowed here. Didn't you see the sign? I'm afraid not. It's the first time I've been here. Well, it's clearly signposted on the gate. No skateboarding. I'm really sorry. I didn't see the sign. All right. Well, you won't do it again, will you? No, I promise. Just remember for next time. So, this was the dialogue. And what has Seth done wrong? Okay, and the answer is that he is skateboarding on private property. Exercise number 4. Watch or listen again. Which key phrases do you hear? Okay, so could I have a word with you? We heard this. Okay, you know or you realize that is against the rules, don't you? I'm afraid so. This was mentioned. I didn't realize. I let you off this time. It won't happen again. Okay? Now, exercise number 5. Work in pairs. Practice a dialogue for one of the tasks, A or B, using the key phrases. So, you are going to write a dialogue, a similar one like that in exercise number 1, as a homework. Choose one of the situations between A and B. Task A, you are using your mobile phone in a hospital waiting room and a nurse comes up to you. You didn't see the sign. No mobile phones. And B, you are skateboarding in a private car park near some flats. A security guard stops you. You didn't see the sign. Private, no cycling or skateboarding. So, write the dialogue using the key phrases and some of the question tags. And send the homework by email. Thank you for your attention. This was the lesson for today. Goodbye.